NPR.
This is The Indicator from Planet Money. I'm Waylon Wong, and today it is the return of Ricky Mulvey. Ricky is the co-host of the finance and investing podcast, This Time is Different. Hi, Ricky.
Hey, Waylon. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And you are here because you have been doing some whale watching.
Not belugas or narwhals. I have become obsessed with option whales. These are traders, sometimes institutions, sometimes wealthy individuals who place large bets using something called options. They're not necessarily buying a stock itself. They're buying the right to buy an asset like a stock at a certain price with a set expiration date. It's essentially a bet on what the price will be within that time frame.
And sometimes those bets are worth tens of millions of dollars. A recent example, one whale placed a $74 million bet on one company's stock price.
I wanted to know, did this trader know something? Were they making easy money? But these questions grew into something larger. I became obsessed with options whales. I decided that I must find one, any whale for this story, to understand what they're doing. I would find an options whale no matter the physical or mental cost, no matter the toll it took on my relationships, no matter how many seas I had to cross.
Okay, Ahab, so how did it turn out?
The journey was significantly shorter than I anticipated, and I quickly found one.
Well, call me Ishmael. Today on the show, we are going inside the world of option whales, who they are, what they're doing, and why these massive bets don't always pay off.
That's after the break.
This message comes from Mint Mobile. This holiday season, stop overpaying for wireless and switch to Mint. Shop 50% off unlimited plans at mintmobile.com/switch. Limited time offer. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Above 35 gigabytes, network may slow when busy. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. This message comes from Whole Foods Market. Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like napa cabbage, bok choy, and komatsuna. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
This message comes from Instacart. Let's talk groceries, specifically your groceries, with Instacart. You want your groceries just the way you like them, right? Well, the Instacart app lets you do just that. They have a new preference picker that lets you pick how ripe or unripe you want your bananas. Shoppers can see your preferences up front, helping guide their choices. Instacart. Get groceries just how you like.
You may have seen an option before outside the world of investing. If you're browsing for airline tickets, you can pay the airline a fee to freeze the current ticket price, which you can then buy at a later date.
So if in the meantime the airline ticket rises in price, you're going to be happy that you locked in a cheaper fare. If the price goes down, yeah, your ticket price has gone down, but you've lost that fee.
Right. In the world of markets, this is functionally called a call option. Traders can pay for the right to buy an investment at a certain price within a certain time period. And interest in options trading has exploded. Traders are paying each other for the rights to buy and sell investments at agreed-upon price points.
In 2019, traders exchanged about 5 billion contracts for U.S.-listed options. Last year, they exchanged more than 15 billion.
So I would say it is a phenomenon that's kind of a post-COVID phenomenon.
That's Amy Wu Silverman with the Royal Bank of Canada.
Amy says it's not only that more whales are playing in the same market, the market is also changing from times past.
We didn't have weekly options. We didn't have daily options. And so you kind of were forced to kind of play in the 1 to 3 month space.
Now, traders can make these bets in shorter windows of time, speculating for as little as 1 day out instead of only planning for months out.
Now, for big institutions, it's not just about speculation and growing their income. They will often use options to protect their investments.
Imagine that you're investing for thousands of people's retirement funds. If your stocks go to zero, you can hurt people's livelihoods.
So institutions will buy options to guarantee a price at which they can sell those investments. They aren't trying to make money, but rather prevent a catastrophic loss.
You essentially want insurance, the same way you own insurance on your house because of a flood or fire. They think about their portfolios that way because for a lot of institutions, that money that they're protecting is one day going to be for someone's 401k or someone's pension plan, and they have to make sure that it's there.
Sometimes whales trade options as a part of a more complex trade.
It's always very interesting to hear other people talking about your trading activity and speculating about what it means, rather than just asking.
This is our whale, Mike Coe, founder of Open Interest Pro and a strategist for the YieldMax family of ETFs at Tidal Financial Group. These are investment funds with options.
And Mike's firm trades a lot of options.
We trade 8 million contracts a week on about 100 stocks.
Mike has multiple funds and multiple option strategies, sometimes on the same stocks. He's trying to juggle different bets to squeeze out some income and not lose his shirt.
As traders, we're not sort of thinking about what this person is doing. We're really thinking about just numbers, frankly. So, and many times this is completely algorithmic.
So to recap, there are more whale options trades because the whole market has been growing, and these traders have a larger menu to select from.
A lot of the activity is pedestrian. Some whales are using options for insurance or buying them because an algorithm told them to. These are the regular whales, but this isn't the only reason whales trade options. Some whales are a bit more suspicious.
I'm Matt Sankum, and I am the CEO of Unusual Whales.
Unusual Whales is an investment service that tracks options trading.
Matt looks for spikes in activity to see if the whales are changing their behavior, particularly on investments they don't often trade.
Imagine a restaurant in a quiet neighborhood that all of a sudden has a line out the door. Seems like something might have changed, right?
Matt believes that these lines are worth paying attention to, these spikes in activity.
Matt's team helped us look into some speculative options activity. Remember the $74 million bet at the beginning of the show? This was on the price of Taiwan Semiconductor stock, the company that manufactures NVIDIA's chips.
This trader was hoping the price of the stock would go up. And when Matt's team looked at the trade, he noticed a few odd things.
This was a large entity, but interestingly, didn't seem to have a very professional connection to their broker.
Translation, this was a large bet, but it didn't appear to come from a major Wall Street firm.
You might expect that this options whale coming out of the deep blue would have a reason to be so confident that the stock's price would move up.
Oftentimes you give the whales the benefit of the doubt, and you assume that their size equals some level of conviction or research.
However,
it mostly appears that this guy picked a direction very confidently and was wrong.
That's right. That $74 million bet we told you about at the top was a dud. The stock did not move up the way they thought it would, and the whale lost money on this big trade. Confidence does not always pay off.
But some whales are confident for a good reason, especially if they might have information that the rest of us don't.
Unusual Whales has noticed some odd activity around political announcements. Let's go back to the days of press conferences about tariffs. If you recall, in April of last year, markets were not happy when President Trump first announced sweeping tariffs.
But then, a few days later, President Trump posted on Truth Social that he was pausing tariffs for 90 days, news that the markets cheered.
Right before the announcement about that tariff pause, somebody placed a large bet the S&P 500 would go up in value. And they were right.
Those lucky ducks made close to $200 million.
This position was opened before Trump posted buy on Truth Social. So it's almost as if maybe someone knew he was about to pause this thing. Now, we don't know for sure, and we can't know for sure.
The timing was striking. This bet did not have much room for error.
It was only that day they had a chance to make a profit on this trade.
Yep, sometimes the timing raises questions.
Especially in the world of politics. Republican and Democratic Congress members can trade stocks and options while they are serving in government. Matt says that's a conflict of interest.
They're more likely to invest and trade in stocks where they sit on a committee that regulates those industries.
These types of suspicions prompted legislation. Multiple acts are working their way through Congress. The Stop Insider Trading Act, would prohibit members of Congress and their immediate family members from purchasing publicly traded stocks, and the Restore Trust in Congress Act would ban members from owning stocks and trading altogether.
Neither of these acts have been signed into law.
You know, Waylon, I think I want to run for Congress in the meantime.
Oh, yeah? What's your position going to be?
Probably a tech stock.
Okay, great. Drinks on you. This episode was produced by Julia Ritchie with engineering by Sina Lafredo. It was fact-checked by Corey Bridges. Kate Kincannon is the show's editor, and The Indicator is a production of NPR. Planet Money wrote a book, and we are going on tour. If you live in New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, L.A., San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, or Chicago, we'll have special guests, stories, and take your questions. I'll be at the Chicago one. Tickets are at planetmoneybook.com. You can find a link in the show notes.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Edward Jones. What does it mean to live a rich life? Maybe it's full of brave first leaps, tearful goodbyes, and everything in between. And with over 100 years of experience, your Edward Jones financial advisor can help. Edward Jones, member SIPC. This message comes from Mint Mobile. This holiday season, stop overpaying for wireless and switch to Mint. Shop 50% off unlimited plans at mintmobile.com/switch. Limited time offer. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Above 35 gigabytes, network may slow when busy. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com.
This message comes from Amazon Business. How can you grow your business from idea to industry leader? Bring your vision to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. Simplify how you stock up to get ahead. Go to amazonbusiness.com for support.